Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the Game War in the Pacific Admit Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Xargun. He is a commander of the Allied Forces, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1, stock with no modifications, on the game version 26B. I take one more undefended base for free in the Philippine Sea. And unloading overnight. No Allied task force showing up, but I find a cargo ship near Colombo. So here, Ceylon. But no sinking sound, at least not so far. But now a second torpedo hit will very likely finish this off. Yeah. After I took Kumak and all of New Caledonian, I pick up the last French base nearby. And the second cargo ship a little more north, but also operating, I think, maybe, somewhere at the west coast of India and maybe supporting Ceylon. 2 torpedo hits, this is a kill. And the other ship west coast of Australia, looks a little bigger. So some success for my submarine fleet today, but again all non-military equipment and easy to replace for the Allies. Temporary, of course, this will have impact, but not in the long run. Sweeping Rangoon, sweeping Singapore, but no enemy presence. North of Rangoon, I'm checking if there's any long-range cap I can intercept or engage. But there is nothing, so we go for ground attacks in China. And airfield attack in Singapore. This is a HQ, only have support unit, so even if they're crossing the river, they will not have an attack, but they maybe block the rail. Good. The Allies detect my fleet. I think this is a Tarakan invasion task force. Many flag hits, but no kill, at least no direct kill. Yeah, and I always try to slow down and suppress any Chinese movement in open clear terrain if possible. This is the opportunity where the Japanese Army Air Force can achieve something. There was one more sinking sound, so this is maybe the big cargo ship at the west coast of Australia just going down. I mean, can never be sure, but I guess. So, now we are already in the land phase. Bombardment adventure. This is my more or less to check how strong is the enemy. This is to similar testing. Here this is 30s Chinese army with a lot of corps, so support units or battle units. I'm far too weak to take them on, but my mixed brigade can defeat this already battered Chinese army group. There's only support stuff inside, no battle units more left. I also take Luoyang now. There was one Chinese corps left. That is now more or less. I mean, you can see all destroyed, and there's a little disabled. This disabled is now still in the. But so maybe there's some disabled guns and a little support left. Ifat is also now under Japanese control, and I still fight with this battalion. Okay. And I take here the dot base and then move north up the road to give the Filipino units no way to escape and then surrender. And this is still Allied bombardment in the north. But the Chinese are not strong enough to take me on, and I am not strong enough to kick them out of my base, but for me it's okay. I have the supplies, I have the base. I can maintain this position. At the end, no real big, no shining star, nothing to really talk about in this turn. This was a very slow one. But I would still say at least my submarines had something to do. So air losses higher, but yeah, flag losses again. I would say all Singapore. So yeah, it was 3 flag losses, 3 killed pilot. But for me, I killed 3 ships, so there's one more. So at the end, losing 1 cargo ship or killing 1 cargo ship and losing 1 airplane, this is a good ratio for me. You can see we are now here still 2,000 to nearly 30 army loss points. That is okay. And ships wise, I mean, hard to say, but you can say roughly 11 to 95. So if we have a kill ratio, I mean, for ships numbers, it's nearly 9 to 1. Victory points, it's maybe 7 to 1. Okie dokie. So I took Luoyang. So industry, resources, all fine. You can see this is 95% okay. That is more or less best case, I would say. So more supplies for me every day under production for local consumption. So the Japanese army in China will more or less maybe be autark, don't need a lot of support shipping from the Japanese mainland islands. And this is what I try to achieve, that my Japanese army and forces can maintain their status in China without support, so that Japan can supply all my campaigns around the map in Burma or Australia, and I don't much bother with China so much. So anything else, not really. So Xargun is still moving out of venture. I let him go. I wait here for my 2 more divisions will going southeast that I can take on this unit. Here's 1 division. I could maybe attack here with this one alone, but I can also wait. I defeated these 2 units. They are running. Nothing really here to see. This is a block unit, a block army from the Chinese. It's okay. I will send in 1 more mixed brigade, so that I have here 2 mixed brigade. That is maybe enough to stop all Chinese attempt to maybe break out here, if this really is a goal of Xargun here. I don't know. I also send an army group to Ankang, but I need 1 week to arrive there, the same like Xi'an. So Xi'an and the Battle of Ankang is maybe at the same time. So nothing more here. Rangoon is completely empty. No battle for Rangoon. And I will enter the Hex next turn. Okay. And I also start my march on Singapore. So tomorrow or latest the day after tomorrow I arrive in Singapore. This is my invasion task force for Tarakan. I think it's enough. It's maybe not the strongest task force because it's the same army group I took Manado. It's the minimum of attack power you maybe need for taking on this. And a small spoiler, I make here a mistake. This can always happen. The problem is really you don't get really too much feedback for this. This is normally my air cover group. Then I have here my invasion group. And this is my surface engagement task force cover force. And here's a mistake. My zeros are on training. Oh, and this will have an impact in the next days. Hopefully not too terrible. But yeah, this kind of mistakes are always small mistakes can have a big impact later on. And it's hard to see sometimes. And everything else around Fiji, New Caledonian, this operation is more or less nearly over. I only need to take this French base and here 1 Australian base left. The dot bases are later on. Later on I can maybe take all the dot bases. If I go for Fiji, I don't know up to now. We will see. Take care, bye bye.